Azure Gleam. To war. It is the end of 1181. 2 years have passed since the Officers' Academy closed its doors. After ascending the throne, Dimitri labors to bring peace to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. With Edelgard ruling as the Emperor of Adrestia and Claude leading the Leicester Alliance, the three erstwhile schoolmates strike out as the next generation of leaders. A new era is dawning in Fodlan, and much teeters at the brink of great change. The first tremors of a major upheaval rock the land as Edelgard declares war on the Central Church.
Pardon my lateness, Your Majesty.
You needn't worry, Felix. I know your duties are many. Though, I'm afraid we could not wait for you to begin the discussion.
This is about the Empire's declaration of war against the Central Church, yes?
Indeed. As you're aware, we have already begun accepting refugees from Garreg Mach. But a few days ago, I received a confidential request from Seteth, asking us to protect the higher-ranking members of the Church, including Lady Rhea herself. Of course, we'd only meet this eventuality were Garreg Mach to fall. As it stands, we find ourselves quite literally stuck between the Empire and the Church. I'm not sure how much longer we can remain neutral.
If I might, Your Majesty, troubling as it may be, I believe it prudent for us to reject this proposal from the Church outright. Offering them shelter will only serve to provoke an invasion from the Empire. This matter of the Southern Church concerns me as well, but I believe we have more important matters to be fussing over at the moment.
Your counsel is much appreciated, Viscount Elidor, but I assure you, things are not as cut and dry as you make them out to be. The mandate granted to the King of Fargus and all the lords who serve under him is given legitimacy only by the grace of the Church. Are we to renounce the very heart of this kingdom simply because we shudder at the thought of invasion?
Your words speak it very, very clear to me. And by words, I mean you clearly have a lack of them.
War will always come, at one point or another. And some degree of suffering is purely inevitable. You know this as well as I, Viscount.
You dare speak of suffering, do you? When the blaze of war will not scorch your lands in the north as it does ours?
I would normally agree that those of us from the Northern Territory should hold less sway in this discussion. But if Garreg Mach were to fall, the war fronts would not halt in the west. Your Majesty, what of House Rowe or Galatea, or the others in the south?
Not a word from Count Rowe as it stands. But I did receive a missive from Count Galatea. It read, "My people are not fools enough to rejoice in the surrender of their territories to invaders. There is no morality in turning our backs on the institution at the very foundation of our lives. We must support the Church as they have supported us."
Your Majesty, we owe a great debt to the Central Church for their role in quelling the uprising 2 years ago. To not repay such generosity in kind would risk weakening the trust of your vassals.
And if that happens, we might find ourselves right back in the same mess as before. They lack the crest of Blaiddyd, but there's no small number of nobles who might crawl out of the woodwork claiming royal blood. The kingdom's already seen the turmoil and division such claimants can bring after the death of King Klaus.
What Duke Fraldarius? Surely we are better served attempting to head off the very real and imminent war at hand, instead of debating hypothetical unrest.
I don't want my people to suffer the pain of conflict. But does anyone here really think the Empire will simply stop if we appease their every demand? Suppose we do let the Empire take the Archbishop. And suppose we accept this new Southern Church. Then what?
I imagine the Empire plans to install the Bishop of the Southern Church, Count Varley, in Lady Rhea's place. I fear I've heard nothing good concerning either the man himself or his teachings. They purport to be an arm of the Church of Seros, but the Southern Church is nothing more than a mouthpiece for the Empire at large.
In other words, rejecting the Central Church in favor of this new Southern one would be no different from flat-out accepting imperial rule. It's hard to say just how they would treat our kingdom were such events to unfold, though I imagine it would involve heavy taxation for the express purpose of bleeding Fargus dry and filling the imperial coffers.
Do you have something to add, Duke Fraldarius?
Not really, no. I was just wondering how long we were planning to continue this tedious charade. The question's simple. Do we hand over our kingdom and subject ourselves to imperial rule or not?
I believe the Margrave has been quite clear as to what will happen if we give in to the Empire's demands. We've all been informed of the rapid reformation their region has undergone. Many aspects of which I admire, I'm not ashamed to say. But an old, stubborn land like ours isn't suited for such tempestuous change. Radical new freedoms are not what the people of Fargus need right now. They need stability, steady improvement in their daily lives, and real, lasting change can only come from a solid foundation.
Sounds like your Majesty has made up his mind then. Just say the word and we'll leap into action.
The Holy Kingdom of Fargus will hereby offer asylum to the Church of Seros. Everyone, sharpen your blades and prepare for the battles ahead. Gustav, Dedu, make to ride at once. Our intentions must be made clear, not only to the Church and the Empire, but to Count Rowe as well, and all the other lords who failed to answer my summons.
Understood, Your Majesty.
Hey, did you hear? Sounds like we're gonna be going to war with the Empire.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Ever since His Majesty ascended the throne, we've been fighting battle after battle through every corner of Fargus, but I never thought we'd be going toe-to-toe with the actual Empire. I'd be nervous if it even felt real.
Don't worry. It'll start feeling very real very quick once the sword starts swinging.
You know, that might be the single worst attempt at motivational speaking I've ever heard. Not that I'm much surprised at this point.
Look, Arthur, we're just on a gear at the beginning. Cut us some slack.
I can't help but wonder, though. What happens to Fargus now? I feel like things have been steadily improving lately, but not everyone favors His Majesty as I do.
Yeah, I hear the grumbles too. But there's not a ruler in the world who doesn't have their fair share of critics, right? All I know is, we wouldn't be where we are now if not for him. I mean, look at me. Saddled with some mysterious power we don't know anything about, and he still chose to put his faith in me. It's only right I return the favor in kind. Oh, and speak of the devil.
Quite
Am I
literally.
interrupting something?
No, of course not. Please, allow me to take my leave. Your Majesty, Commander.
So, you heard all that, huh?
More or less. I apologize for the interruption, but there's an urgent matter at hand.
Anything I can do to help?
There is. As you know, we've offered asylum to the Central Church in their efforts to flee the Empire. As such, we are to escort the Archbishop herself to the royal capital at once. I expect heavy pursuit from the Imperial forces, so I am assembling a team of those I trust most to assist in the mission. Of course, I'll be leading my own regiment into battle. But I was wondering if you'd be willing to accompany me.
What, is that it? I'd be glad to. How are things looking at Garreg Mach while we're on the subject?
Grim. Neither the Knights of Seros nor the monastery ramparts are capable of holding off the Empire's massive military might. I dare say we have precious little time to waste. Prepare to deploy at once.
Okay. So I'm getting all these achievements now, goodness gracious. Your tent is rather nice, isn't it? I suppose it pays to be a commander. I can't wait to skip this as possible. It's all normal stuff.
How tiresome.
Play different music. What week is not playable? And that just joined you. Some units have gained new equipment. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna get this too early.
not good.
So we're meeting up at the Valley of Torment, huh? Must we? Come on, Sylvain. Complaining about it won't do us any good. I'm gonna guess you've never been to ALL. That's the only way you could say that I was a safe place.
Let's see.
You know, I don't think I've ever been there either. What's it like?
So the
For
story
one thing, you
is-
can't take a step without running into lava or scorching hot steam vents. The whole valley is as hot as the sun. You'd probably wait for the merely standing around.
Oh no.
But there's nowhere else we can meet them. We'll just have to brace ourselves.
At your service.
I will accompany you in the coming battle. I have formal freedom now to step down from my post as Duke Fordarius. I had planned to leave my territory entirely to my son, but I hear he's commanding a unit in this war as well. So my wife and younger brother are temporarily in charge of Fordarius. Though, of course, I've told Felix he'll have to return from time to time to check out things. You've changed from white to blue, I noticed. War is such a human enterprise. In that sense, we are very much the same as those on the other side. But we cannot coexist, so we are determined to kill each other. I suppose that's the nature of this beast. Hey, it's been a while. Well, maybe it hasn't. We did bump into Charlie and Freddy out on occasion. So, we're going to be at war soon, huh? Honestly, hasn't quite hit me yet. Me neither. So I don't take it in when you're faced with battles this size. But we've fought plenty of smaller battles these past 2 years, so you'll get used to it before long. Just the answer I'd expect from you, says. I guess I could learn a thing or two from you. Right after we unlock that. Cool. Since the Empire declared war, Fordarius has been taking in refugees from Garreg Mach as well. Though, as you know, the kingdom barely has enough resources to support its own citizens. There's no super amount to secure goods and land for extra people. There's been some civil unrest, which has led to a rise in abandoned attacks.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this governing stuff, but it sounds like your lord have a rough. You're telling me. Honestly, I'd love to abandon my duties, but that wouldn't solve a thing. I mean, I guess we don't have the gatekeeper quite yet. Maybe, possibly.
May I speak?
I will return to the capital after seeing you all off. Must ensure Fudiad is well defended in His Majesty's absence.
I have a request.
Please, I ask that you keep His Majesty safe. And my daughter, Annette, as well.
Hello there.
I never imagined we'd all meet again under these circumstances. When I heard that we were aiding the church and there was going to be a war, I couldn't stand idly by. And Annie and I rushed to the castle and met up with Ash. We had an artist with Dimitri and begged him to let us fight as well. I studied hard over these past 2 years, you know. I'm certain that we'll be able to help.
Why, hello.
I can't believe it's been 2 years, Tess. I've heard a lot about what you've been doing. It sounds like you've planned over a number of battles. We're counting on you for the next one, too.
Right on.
Yeah, I've got your back. I'm gonna fight as hard as I can against the Empire. I'm glad to hear that. Let's make sure we all survive this. But in any case, let's just both do our best. We can't afford to lose.
Well?
Fargus has changed over these 2 years, both with the army structure and with the hierarchy of lords. And with the ruler of the Duskell Peninsula, Viscount Kleiman dealt with. I have to make sure it's Viscount, not Viscount, like I've been saying for the past few episodes in the series. My people have begun moving back to their homes.
Right on.
That just shows how hard you've all worked. This is only the start. There's a lot more to be done. Yes, you're all right. What's next between need to claim this reward?
Well, how'd it go? Any result's a good result.
I've been waiting for
I was waiting for you, Sass. And I want to explain our plan of action.
How about this?
Let's just look at this map. You're preparing to march to our camp, which is located here. Once we are ready, we will advance to Airloud, the Valley of Torment, and rendezvous with Lady Rhea. However, we have received reports of grand disturbance of peace in that area.
There you have it.
We would need to strike them down and restore order for us to proceed safely. You must not let your guard down, no matter who we face, to make sure you are fully prepared for what lies ahead. For instance, have you had a chance to use the training grounds or browse the marketplace yet?
I implore you.
There are facilities where you can improve your weapons and prepare for battle. Be sure to make use of them. Just your mandatory tutorial stuff, don't mind me. I'm gonna make Whitney slowing this down. I don't know what I need to do. What do you mean I can bring the others back in? Does this make sense? I'm just bringing the water up, 10.
I hope I can be more useful now.
Just makes it easier for me.
My conviction is unshakable.
Maybe over the team if I'm being lucky.
I'll use this to protect my friends.
Can't let my friends down.
I've grown a lot.
This strength will serve His Majesty well.
This strength will ensure nobody dies a needless death.
I don't see any other characters we can't do anything else. So I guess this is all we're gonna do.
No, this is not my peak.
I've grasped new strength.
Got to give this a try sometime.
I'm a better man now than I was 5 minutes ago.
I'll be able to help even more now.
How can I best use this power?
The more I'm capable of, the more I can help His Majesty.
Hey, did you hear? We rounded up the last stragglers from House Climate.
Yeah, and brought destruction raining down on one of their villages in the process. Of course, it was partially their fault for mustering an army, but I can't believe His Majesty would allow such meaningless slaughter.
Something on your mind? If you object to their idle gossip, it would behoove you to speak up.
No, it's just... I don't really know what Dimitri was thinking either. It's almost like he's built a wall around himself, ever since the day he killed his uncle.
My apologies, but could I ask you to join Gustav in keeping an eye on things here for the next few days?
Sure. You going somewhere? Kinda surprised Adu and Rodrigue aren't joining you.
The two of them recently departed for Dusker. They have their own duties to attend to.
Then why don't I join you? I've got more free time these days than I know what to do with.
Offering to work during your well-deserved time off is not as praiseworthy as you believe it to be.
You're one to talk.
I suppose you have a point. Very well. I'll take you up on your offer. The journey will not be a pleasant one, but your assistance will surely prove valuable.
I was wondering where we were going. This is the village that was wiped out during our recent battle. Hold on. You're not planning to bury the dead by yourself, are you? That's not really a job for a king.
Perhaps not. Yet a resting place is all I am capable of offering them now. Were it possible, I would not have let this village lose a single brave soul. I never intended to see them incinerated by the all-consuming flames of this war. But as the one who authorized our battle strategy, I alone am culpable for their deaths.
It's not like you made the decision lightly, though. You discussed it for hours with Rodrigue and the others.
Even so, no means can possibly excuse these ends. No amount of justification will bring back the lives that were lost here.
True. And no matter how hard you fight for a better outcome, there's no guarantee you'll actually achieve it.
No, I cannot shut my eyes to the cruelty my actions have wrought. Yet, if I do not claim this battle, and its aftermath, to be just and proper, my soldiers will lose faith in me. How long must this horrible cycle continue?
Don't be like that, Dimitri. I'm sure people will understand if you just tell them the whole story.
There's no need for that. This burden is mine to bear, and mine alone.
Alright, time to go for that whole song and dance again. That's pretty fun.
Hey.
What kind of greeting is that? I gave you my title, not free license for insolence.
Spare me the lecture. I have a question about the lords of Southern Fraldaria's territory.
So you're having trouble with them as well, are you? Let me guess. They're withholding provisions. Or perhaps they refuse to send troops they promised.
How did you know?
Because I've been through the same thing with them any number of times.
Southern soldiers are unskilled, but they make up for it with sheer numbers. I need their cooperation, yet they refuse to negotiate. And I have no idea how to convince them.
Yes. I imagine they're dealing with their own issues.
And what issues would those be?
When they refused to send reinforcements for the invasion of Srang, it was because the lords were embroiled in a succession dispute. If one house sent soldiers, the others would pounce on the opportunity to move against them. But mere letters could never have told you something like that.
So you went around to each territory personally?
Yes. Though considering we're presently on war footing, doing so now would be unwise.
Well, that's hardly helpful, but I'll take it into consideration and see what I can do. Something funny?
Just thinking that you've grown into a fine duke.
Were you expecting me to fail? You're the one who gave me the title, after all.
True. But I inherited the role when I was much older than you. You're doing extremely well for your age. It seems I raised two very capable sons.
Don't tell me you're glorifying Glenn's death again.
Felix.
I've been walking in your footsteps, serving our king and leading an army of knights. After all that, I thought maybe I'd come to understand you a bit better, but I still can't stomach what you said that day.
Looks like I overstepped yet again. Perhaps the two of us will never see eye to eye. If Glenn were alive, I half suspect he'd say I was being childish.
Well, that was quite a mood swing. Alright, time for us to do the first mission, which should be a little faster now that I've leveled everybody up at least a little bit.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Highlighted the side quest on the war map. Press R to use Vanguard, which will immediately capture the region. Your battle source for the side quest will be D, and you will now receive any experience, gold, or Westwing rewards from battle. You will still receive rewards to seizing the region's strategy resources, and you'll be able to survey any surveying spots. You can also engage in auxiliary battles for any regions you capture with a Vanguard crystal. If you achieve an S-Wing when replaying the battle, you will receive S-Wing rewards at that time. The Vanguard crystal can be acquired from the journal and campaign claims renown. And so occupying the road ahead. Defeat them swiftly and march onto the Archbishop. Defeat Bono and other enemies. And I also can't use them here because, you know, too early in the quest to do so, I suppose.
Leave everything you have on this battlefield. Now, all units, move out!
Onward to victory.
Defeat Bono and their allies.
The stronghold's out!
Seize this moment! Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Yeah, this is going like a lot better. Sheesh.
Knowing when to retreat.
I might just don't have fun if I just like reset to level 1. You know, just had the idea to do so, but
Help me, please.
honestly at this point, anything to help speed up the timing of this let's play, the better.
We've got to...
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
We'll show them how determined we are.
Looks like you got one tough fight on your hands.
Yes, Jesus, almost like I gotta do something about you guys. Jesus Christ. Chill for like 5 minutes, why don't you? Or more. Or possibly none at all because you'll die.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
You shall pay for this. You hear?
Out of the way!
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
My accomplishments won't mean a thing if I'm not still standing when the battle's over.
Also, I'm just gonna...
There's little I can't handle with you by my side.
I'm just gonna bring out things a little bit. It's like I already got 2 primers. I just need them. Wait for time is to be open.
I'm bleeding all over the place.
Alright, we're good.
My work here is done, darlings.
Hey, but you didn't do anything. Farewell!
Still improving.
And we're done here.
Not bad. Let us take this moment to bask in the joy of victory.
How can I best use...
We've determined the Archbishop's course, Your Majesty. She makes for the Valley of Torment.
Then she's fleeing north, to Fargus.
There is also, of course, a passage to Daphnal territory within the Alliance. But I surmise you are correct. She surely makes for the kingdom.
If Fargus has chosen to side with the Central Church, it stands to reason they'll mobilize their forces to escort the Archbishop. If they do rendezvous with her and manage to retreat to the kingdom, our one chance will be lost.
Yes. We cannot let her slip through our grasp. I will see to it myself that we don't, Your Majesty. I will need a squadron well equipped for pursuit if I am to accomplish this task. One such as the Brigid Hunters. Given our considerable losses during the suppression of Garreg Mach, a smaller unit would be preferable for this undertaking.
Petra's unit. Very well. Take anyone you think could prove useful to your efforts. If we can capture the Archbishop, the tides of this war will turn drastically in our favor.
Agreed, Your Majesty.
As for you, gather the others. We must discuss what to do about the kingdom.
Right away, Your Majesty.
It's still a spot. All two of them.
Okay.
Come this way.
Oh, Seth, do you have a moment?
Quite trouble. At your service.
I apologize for stealing you away at such a busy time, but I have a request. The truth is, we're lacking in hand to help with tasks around the camp, which I mind volunteering. The Troll Master is ready to direct anyone who wishes to volunteer.
Greetings.
Oh, hello. My apologies. I was caught up in my own thoughts.
Hey!
You okay? Seems like you're always working yourself to the bone. Give us a break. Just to do, now you. I promise, there's no need for concern. More importantly, we need to focus on the coming battle. The Imperial army is quite formidable. They will be unlike any other opponent we have fought these past few years. I want to ensure you are fully prepared. I am sorry for dragging you into this.
Counting on you.
Let's do this. Together.
Indeed. Let's give it our best. You have my gratitude.
Great work, Shez. We couldn't have done this without you. Your face tells me you're hungry. Felix, please so says where the mess hall is. So you're feeling quick as well, right? What? Why do I have to... Fine, whatever. You have any purposes, Shez? Well, I used to make my own foods, though. That was back when you were a mercenary, but fine. I guess we'll see how good your cooking is. Oh, trust me, it's drastically improved thanks to, improving that. Help yourself to our food resources, just to go wasting them.
This is delicious. Why are you looking at me like that, Felix? I won't share my portion with you if that's what you're wondering.
I don't want your scraps, old man. I swear sometimes.
Wow. I'm surprised you can make something this good with this ingredient from Fargus. I bet the others enjoyed it too. I'm sure that'll go a long way in gaining the trust. Don't get a few gifts wouldn't hurt either. That's just common sense. None of that stuff like that works on me, mind you. But anyway, you'll probably picked up things that matter, right?
Well?
Maybe we could try giving someone a gift. People like that sort of thing. And of course I gotta do this because it's recommended. It's a tutorial area.
What is it?
Is everything alright, Says? Do you need something?
Thank you.
Well, naturally kept her busy. Maybe we should head out to the next battle soon. Nah, I'm getting all this board, but fuck you.
Counting on you both.
All right, let's give it our best. Come on, we'll do it together.
I've got nothing to worry.
Stuck with you again? Fine, let's get this over with.
Indeed. We should finish this quickly for both of our sakes.
What do you expect? That was child's play.
And yet... no. We can leave it at that. I appreciate the help today, Felix.
I've got nothing to worry about.
Let's get this over with quickly, so we can have a nice cup of tea.
Ooh, yes please. And maybe some of your treats to go with it?
Why is this one want to get a perfect dress?
Whew, all done. Nice work out there, Mercy.
You were splendid yourself, Annie. I think we've earned ourselves a relaxing tea break.
We...
Soldier one other enemies.
Let's go, everyone.
I'll do what I can.
Everyone, advance! Everyone, advance!
You just does the same thing twice.
A taste more bitter than blackest coffee. This place won't be a problem anymore. Is that all we've got?
You shall pay for this, you hear?
On to the next one.
You're in peak form today.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
Yes, we did it. Retreat!
We're not losing to anyone.
Time to get going.
Yeah, I can do it.
Is that all we've got?
Time to make a name for ourselves.
Let's get started.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
I've got it.
We're done for. The rest is up to you. We're done for. The rest is up to you.
You just said that before. That's okay. Just hand it down like a spam.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Don't mind if I do. The stronghold's ours.
Not sure how, but it worked. I'm dragging the others down. I'll use this.
Here it comes! Take this!
Yep.
You're done! This place won't be a problem anymore. Let me at him!
Here I go!
I've awaited this moment.
I'm dragging the others down.
I can still fight! Retreat! No, not yet! I can still fight!
This victory will be the first step toward our new future. This...
New chemical is available. We're now into new area to Valley of Torment.
This way.
I have something to discuss, she says.
Hello. Please.
I saw you gathering materials from our previous battle, but I could take care of them. They can be used to expand the camp facilities. Figures the facilities master for more information on expanding facility.
Allow me to assist with any.
Okay, we still keep our
facilities.
facility upgrades from a previous one. That's good to know. Unfortunately, I don't have any new upgrades. So everything's already upgraded as it is.